Hey everyone, I'm hoping this will work. I'm getting hopefully a tripod this Thursday. Everything's taking so much longer to get on Amazon, so that should be coming, but that will be helpful in showing and making videos for you. But this video is going to be for our square roots and squares, perfect squares lesson. I believe this is on Wednesday. The lesson will be on Wednesday. So really it's a very simple concept. We're talking about perfect squares and square roots. And square roots is something that you haven't, you probably haven't had much contact with. And so it'll be a new concept, but that's okay. It's really easy to understand. So what we're going to do, I put a video on, and it really helped explain, excuse my dishwasher. It really helped explain what a perfect square is. Basically, perfect square is a square that has, it has all four sides are equal. So this square is a 4x4. So in order to get the area of this square, I would multiply 4 times 4 and I would get 16. So whatever units this is, okay, if I just call that a unit, it'd be units squared. So that's what we're looking for, this symbol right here, this squared, because that tells us that this is a perfect square, or it's square footage. So if we're looking at trying to figure out how much flooring we need or how much wall space we need to cover, we would measure and find the area, and this little symbol here, whenever you see that, that means it's covering an area of space. So they've looked at two sides and multiplied it. Okay, so a perfect square means that you've got the same length on both sides. So in the square root is kind of like the opposite of a perfect square. Okay, so a square root is like, if I were to take this total unit, 16 units squared, then I would want to find out, well, what is the length of each side? If I want to find the length of each side and I only have the area, then I would take the square root of 16. So it's this symbol right there. Hopefully you can see it. Square root symbol looks like this, and you've probably seen it before, but you may not have known what it means. Maybe you do know what it is, but there you go. Square root of 16. Well, the square root of 16, I'm looking for two numbers that will multiply to be 16. So the two numbers that multiply to be 16 that are the same are 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So the square root of 16 equals 4. And that is the answer. 4 is the answer. Not 4 times 4. Just regular old 4. Okay, I'm looking for the number that I multiply 2 times to get that 16. Okay, so we could do this with a lot of numbers. Perfect squares are really easy to work with. So like, for example, if I'm looking for the square root of 64, well, two numbers that multiply to be 64 are 8 times 8. So 8 times 8 is 64, so the square root of 64 is 8. Okay, and that's really that simple. The only problem that comes up is when you don't have a perfect square, and we will cover that in another video, but this is just basically your introduction to square roots. Okay?